اليوم موضوع الحلقة عن العنف في المنزل من قبل الطفل التوحدي، سواء يكسر الأغراض أو إنه ممكن يهجم على الأم أو على إخوانه. شلون ممكن نسوي نظام البلوكينج أو إنه نبعد الخطر عن الطفل ونبعد إيده عن إنه يأذي نفسه ويأذي الآخرين. فكل هالتكنيكات هذه راح تعلمنا إياها جودي في هالحلقة، خليكم معانا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، مرحبا بكم في كوكب التوحد المرح. معاكم يلدا ومعاكم جودي. خلينا نكمل معاها الحلقة الثانية والموضوع العنف. خلينا نشوف العنف. So we're going to talk about the aggressive behavior. There's a question, how to treat an aggressive behavior towards siblings and mother?
Well, I deal with that almost every day. And again, it's individualized per child. So it depends on what the function of the behavior is. Mm-hmm. If the function's attention, then we would probably start off with planned ignoring. And that's where when they hit you, you don't go, oh, baby, baby, yeah, because that's giving them what they want. Mm-hmm. If they interrupt you and, you know, when you're talking and you ignore them, and they're like, oh, what is she doing right now? You know, or they try hitting you and you're just like, nice hands, and you look away and don't look them in their face. If it's attention-based, 90% of the time, taking that attention away is gonna work. Uh-huh. If it's tangible-based, tangible meaning that they want something, mm-hmm, but they're unable to tell you what they want, the aggression is their way of communicating that they want something, but we want to change it. We want them to use their words.
Yes.
So we need to start using things like a communication binder, mm-hmm, or pictures on the refrigerator that they can pull off and hand to you. We need to redirect. So we would redirect if it's a tangible function. If it's an escape function, they're trying to escape from something. Again, we ignore that behavior. Ignoring's a lot of it.
Yeah.
You know, if they see, with a lot of aggressive children, if they see that it affects you in your facial features or in your body language, it's gonna get worse automatically. So we want to not show it on our face or in our actions that it upsets us or that it bothers us. Mm-hmm. And then we need to use the function of the behavior to try to figure out how to extinct the aggression. So it's individualized per child, and it depends on what the function is.
Good. Okay. So autistic kids pushing things and breaking things or
swiping things off tables.
How we can change that?
You can't really change anything. You can decrease the behavior. Uh-huh. And one way to do it is to make sure that they don't have areas with all the things on it. And I know that you feel like, well, why should I change the area? That's the first step.
Sure.
So the first step is to do environmental modifications, mm-hmm, to make it to where they don't have things that they can swipe off. Because if it's not there for them to swipe, they're not going to swipe, right?
Sure.
And then if there's one thing on and they swipe that, again, we ignore the behavior, because all behaviors, when a child is autistic, all behaviors have a function. We have to figure out what that function is and deal with it accordingly. So with swiping and pushing things off the table, breaking things, 9 times out of 10 it's because they don't know how to communicate their wants or needs, mm-hmm, or it's for attention.
Or sometimes I feel like the parents reinforce it without knowing, and then it becomes a way of asking things.
It definitely is, especially, and that's attention based. They're reinforcing it with the attention. Why are you doing that? Angry, or oh baby, why are you doing that? That's still giving attention. So, and both ways are negatively reinforcing the behavior. You need to ignore it. You need to set give a demand and make them follow through with it, you're going to clean that up.
Yes.
And say it nicely, but you're going to clean that up. And if they refuse to clean it up, hand over hand, this is how you clean up. This is how you pick it up. Until eventually they know, well, if I swipe this off the table, she's just going to make me pick it up anyways.
Yeah. More work for me.
Yeah, more work for me. So I would say start from the basics of environmental modification. And then, if they still continue to swipe in, if it's one item, make sure that they know that they're going to have to clean it up.
Yeah.
Even if they do it. And that's going to make them stop doing it.
True, yeah. It's like, I'm not going to do that.
Because then I have to clean it up.
Yes. So, biting behaviors.
Biting's a sensory issue, 9 times out of 10. It could be, again, not being able to communicate. But a lot of times, it's a sensory thing. So, anytime they bite on a toy, or are you talking about trying to bite another person?
Another person.
Oh, bite another person, again, function-based. So if it's because they want attention and that's how they think they're going to get your attention. I have a hole in my skirt now from a kiddo's house I went to.
Oh.
He grabbed my skirt right before here. He grabbed my skirt and was biting it and pulling to rip it. Do you know why?
Why?
Because he wanted out of the room and all he had to do was ask. But I was standing in front of the door.
He wanted to go out of the room.
He wanted to go out of the room. And he didn't know how to ask. And I was like, what do you need? And instead of saying out or open or, or even pointing, I had no idea what he wanted. He fell to his knees, started kicking, grabbed my skirt, put it in his mouth and ripped it with his teeth.
Oh.
Because he didn't know how to say he wanted out of the room to go to the bathroom. He had to go to the bathroom. So he had no way to communicate. So, as he's doing that, I'm like, I grab his communication binder off of the top of the desk. And I'm like, what do you need? Whatever you need. Then when he wouldn't answer me, because by this time, his anger level's up to here, I was like, do we need bathroom? No, I said, do we need out? Do we need food? Do we need drink? Do we need bathroom? He's like grabbing the front of his pants. I was like, you need to go to the bathroom. I was like, no problem. I'll move so you can go to the bathroom. But I wasn't going to move until he let me know what he wanted. Because if I give him what he wants and I just move out of the way or I act scared of him with biting, with anything, it's going to negatively reinforce his behavior to continue doing it.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the situation, how you stop these things from happening. But I can give you a bit of advice. When they latch on, if they are biters and they're already latched on, plug their nose. They'll let go.
So I do this and then
they'll let go. I did it to him 4 times today. And he let go immediately. Not hard, not maliciously.
Yeah, just
He's biting. Plug his nose. He can't breathe with his mouth closed. He has to open up.
That's nice. That's a good tip. Yeah. What about breaking things in the house?
Again, we're going to keep going back to it again. It all depends on the function of the behavior. What we can't do is let them get away with the behavior that they do. So if they break something, they have to clean it, even if it's glass.
Sure.
I mean, hand over hand, let me show you. We're going to clean this up now. We don't want them to get hurt, so we'll wait till they calm down.
Yeah.
Always wait until they're calm because you don't want to add to the frustration level and make it escalate up to here. So we'll wait till they calm down. Okay, we're going to go clean this up. And then talk to them. They understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Don't talk to them, baby, why did you do this? No. Be like, you broke that. That was mommy's and mommy loves that vase and you just broke it. Now mommy doesn't have a vase anymore, nowhere to put her flowers.
Or mommy is sad now.
Yeah, it makes mommy tell them your emotion. We're going to clean it up. Here, let me help you. Take their hand, and sweep it into the dustpan and have them throw it in the trash. They have to see that to whatever action they have, we're going to have a reaction, but the reaction is going to be for them to clean it up. For them to fix whatever that they did wrong.
Yeah.
We can't have a reaction that's going to be like, oh, anger, or oh, baby. That's what they want.
Yeah.
We have to have little to no reaction, wait for the calming down period, And then you're going to clean that up now and explain to them why they don't do things. You might think that they don't understand. I promise you they understand.
They do.
They understand.
My fatty understands so
Yes,
much.
yes. They understand more than you give them credit for.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah.
do. But like, it doesn't mean that they don't look at you when you talk to them. They don't understand.
Exactly.
But they can hear
They're
you.
hearing
They
everything.
can feel you.
Yep. And that's why I said your body language, your facial expressions. If you tense up when they come running towards you, they're going to throw fists.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, she's ready. You know, look at her body. That they feed off of that. And the reason why is because they're trying to communicate to you. They're angry because they can't get this out, what they're trying to say. And when they see you react that way, it's going to make it worse. It's going to make it more intensified, longer duration. Ignore it. Be like, and block. Always block. Use your forearm, cup your thumb so that you can't scratch them. Cup your thumb, use your forearm and block.
Uh-huh.
And
So
push
whenever
off.
like he's coming after, like,
Yep.
yeah, okay,
Block.
block, yeah, just block.
Because they normally come like this.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And so block. Tuck your thumb in so you can't scratch them and block. And just push. Give a little nudge.
Ah, okay.
Nothing. You don't want to throw them.
No, of course not.
No,
but, yeah.
just give a little nudge. You want to block to show them that they cannot get to you. Do not allow them to hit you. If you allow them to get to you and hit you,
that's another level.
That's another level. So block. Learn blocking mechanisms. It's I took a bunch of classes in it. You tuck your thumb, you cup your fingers in so that you can't, and you just block. Just block. Make sure that you're steady. So you want a defensive stance with one foot in front of the other, kind of bracing yourself, and just block. Almost like wax on, wax off.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, wax on, wax off. That's what you do. Kind of move their arms out of the way. Move their arms out of the way. Nudge them away.
Defense.
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 Always defense.
Amazing. Thank you. It's like a lot of good tips that
Thank
mothers
you.
can do and apply for their kids.
Yeah, and remember, plug the nose for the biting.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So this topic is finished. الحين أقدر أقول الحمد لله على النعم التي لا تعد ولا تحصى وعلى النعم التي لم ندركها بعد. إن شاء الله استفدتوا من هذا اللقاء. تكلمنا عن شلون نسوي بلوكينج والطرق. فنلقاكم في حلقة قادمة بإذن الله. لا تنسون الشير واللايك والسبسكرايب علشان تنضمون لعائلة التوحد في كوكبنا. شكرا. اوكي.